Lord Jesus, help me. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a very important question to ask everybody. What is yaoi? Well, yaoi, if we want to get into the specifics of it, yaoi is a term used to describe manga, anime, or fan fiction that focuses on romantic relationship between men. The term is used differently in Japan and the West and can be also used to refer to a specific type of work or the genre as a whole. Basically, boys love. It's yaoi in its lighter parts, I guess, is mostly focused on same-sex relations with men. It focuses primarily on, well, it only focuses on men, actually. I think I read one yaoi manga. I don't know if that counts as yaoi because I believe the characters are trans. I don't think this would count as yaoi, though. I don't think this one counts as yaoi. Yeah, because it's about gender identity and how one identifies with oneself. But I don't think that would count as yaoi. No, because yaoi's kind of like shoujo in that regard, where it's super dramatized. You know, you have the really pretty boy looking characters, and then there's the different character dynamics of tops and bottoms. That would be what yaoi is. The other day I was on Instagram, and admittedly, I saw this meme. Young girl reading John Onoe from, I'm butchering that name, versus my sibling reading Boku no Hero Academia doomed yaoi on AO3 on their way to prom. And right, I read that and it made me laugh, but then I also remember reading it and thinking to myself,
what the f is doomed yaoi?
And so I went down this little rabbit hole of trying to figure out what doomed yaoi is, and in my journeys, I discovered AO3. And AO3 is basically a giant, it's kind of like Wattpad in that it's for like fanfics and fandoms, and you know, you get to write different things, and yeah, organization for transformative works. It's similar to Wattpad in that regard. This is my second attempt making this video. I had an original video I had recorded. That video turned out to be a mess though, honestly. After I recorded it, even after I started editing it, it was everywhere. If I could describe what went wrong with the video, it was probably, I wasn't prepared. So I just kind of started exploring and it was just very uninteresting. So I scrapped the video. However, I will tell you about the ones that I read, because I read 3 different stories and I'm wondering if it's in my history. Yeah, Rosif Werewolf short story was one of them I read. Yeah, this one. So-Called Friends with a Vengeance. Yes. So, I read this one, So-Called Friends with a Vengeance, written by Patastash, where it is a My Hero Academia short story about Katsuki Bakugo being a bottom and Dabi being the top. And it's like, it was very dramatized, admittedly. Let me see if I could find one of those scenes. Brief verbal and physical abuse and ableism. What is ableism, by the way? Ableism is a form of discrimination or prejudice against people with disabilities that is based on the belief that people without disabilities are superior. His mom? Because his mom was being a dick to him in this chapter. Yes, I remember the details of the chapter, right? Is there a problem? Oh, dude was having the time of his life writing this. He went so, or she, or they went so in depth with this, and it was just, I was baffled. Next one I read after that one was the Rosif Werewolf short story, because I wanted to go on Wattpad and look up werewolf short stories, because my family was watching Twilight the other day, and I know that people have this weird obsession with werewolves and being dark and deep and whatnot. So yeah, this short story was a bit odd. It was written by a 10-year-old, I'm assuming, and his work was it was literally like paragraphs and it went on for 7 chapters. But this motherfucker I got to the last chapter, right? Granted, there's not much to be invested in, and this motherfucker writes this little ass blurb right here, and then gives an update. So next chapter is the last one. I'm gonna let you have a heads up. The next chapter is where Robert is back to normal because people are turned into werewolves at full moon in the morning. There was a lot of fluff and might be my longest chapter, but okay, bye. Motherfucker just spoiled the ending. After that one, I lost faith, which is why I'm wearing the Crusader outfit, because we need a goddamn crusade. There it is! Hard-boiled. I rage quit after I read this, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, summary. Leo lays eggs, as it turns out. He hides it and deals with the added side effect of overwhelming horniness until he just can't anymore. He's desperate and aching, but luckily for him, he doesn't need to venture far to get more than he needs. So in this version, Leo has a breeding kink, and he rides dildos in the beginning part of the chapter. Aged up characters. Wow, thanks. Oh yeah, this motherfucker at one point, right? He's writing all of this like this is a smut fanfic about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but make sure to tell them some technical underage drinking in the chapter. He writes up a warning. It was like, oh wow, thanks, bro, appreciate it. Here we are finally at the smut. Oh, that wasn't even, bro, the first 2 chapters were wild, and that wasn't even the smut. What is smut not just in general like that kind of writing it is? A story, yeah, it's the whole thing. It's not just a, well, I guess the words can be loosely interpreted. Wait, you read smut too? Yes, of course, it satisfies my needs. A story, usually a book or fan fiction that includes 1 or more sexually explicit scenes. Every month we fan smut. Sexual fan fiction, fan shippers in the fandom. Dan is not on fire, amazing fit. Alright, that's enough of that. I read those, and then I lost faith in humanity. Oh yeah, I sent myself this other meme. I was gonna show this in the,
Girls kiss other girls, and no one bats an eye. When I kiss my homies goodnight, society calls me gay.
Oh my gosh, man. There was another one. Now I'm just going on. Oh yeah, this one. This is another reason why I wanted to make this video.
Pulled me in close and gave me a big kiss. And then we lived happily ever after. He me in my and grabbed my
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, this is not related because it's gonna be fanfics, but yeah, this one about not web novels. What are they called? Visual novels. Visual novels. Her lewdness is a great nightmare. Her ass is defenseless. It contracts every time I move. Reproductive opening. Tosca's ass, the dirtiest part of her is right. Oh dear. The author. Alright, but yeah, I guess in case you can't tell what this video is about, we're going to be reading some fanfics. This time, I looked up some fanfic short stories, because the issue also with the other ones is that the first one I read, the My Hero Academia one, that one I read for like 40 minutes, and honestly, not all of it was kind of content worthy to put in the video, so I had to skip a lot of it. I did manage to find 3 just based off of tags and different genres, different like fandoms and stuff like that. So I found 3 based on the tags, and yeah, the first one we're gonna read is Blast Out His Punishment, R18, also known as 5 times Todoroki Izuku punished Midoriya and once he didn't. Something I noticed with these fandoms, especially My Hero Academia. This one has 651,843 hits. But hold on, wait a second. There are some with over 3 million hits. Dude, here's the name on the star. Not all of them are smut, too. Like, some of them are just like regular, you know, fan stories that they wrote, which is fine. You know, that's completely fine. But the fact that these things are getting so much attention, like some of them have 94 chapters, 120 chapters, 60 chapters. Yeah, it was this one. So this one's actually in Japanese. Chinese, my bad. So I'm going to translate it, and we're going to be reading it. He even thought that one day he might be eaten clean by Todoroki at this pace, because facing the coquettish Todoroki, what the fuck does coquettish mean? Behaving in such a way as to suggest playful sexual attraction, flirtatious. Yeah, they've described Todoroki as coquettish multiple times now. Why is this so detailed? The soft and curly hair slid back and forth on Todoroki's fingertips, and the wet and hot mouth, Midoriya's lovely tongue, was also caught by Todoroki. Todoroki chased Midoriya's tongue, bringing him into his own territory and playing with it constantly. Occasionally it brushed against the roof of his mouth, and he could feel an obvious tremor in the body and in his arms. Not to be outdone, Midoriya kissed him back, desperately sucking the saliva from Todoroki. Some of the saliva was beyond his— You don't need this much description for a kiss! Did I miss a tag? Wait, what is this? Wait, whoa, hold up, I need to— where are the tags? Why did this motherfucker Todoroki just bite down on Midoriya? Are people into that? I guess some people are into that. Future girlfriend, if you're watching this video, don't ever fucking bite me. Ew! I guess they had a fight because Bakugo and Midoriya fought in the middle of the night, and Todoroki got jealous, and then he decided, after they made out, he decided to punish him by biting down on his skin. Where is it at? Shoulders and neck were exposed in front of him. So this part right here just turned on Todoroki so much he couldn't help himself and he took a bite. You know, weirdly enough, this seems kind of tame. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't seem like super smutty. Oh, wait, whoa. I take back what I said. Whoa, how do we get here? Wait, I think I missed something. Wait a minute. How did we get here? A lot of these yaoi fanfictions describe, they describe what they're doing as like this itch they need to get rid of. It's always an itch for some reason. I noticed that in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle story and the other My Hero Academia story I read in my deleted video. They're described as itch. What is this itch? No! I know what it is! I know what it is. Do y'all remember, if y'all watched the Elvis Presley movie? Computer.
Know nothing about
This right here.
Now I don't know nothing about music, but I could see in that girl's eyes that she was having feelings she wasn't sure she should enjoy. Yes. He was a taste of forbidden fruit.
That right there perfectly describes, I think, majority of these fanfics. The forbidden fruit, that I shouldn't be enjoying this, but I am. I think that's what that itch is that they keep talking about. Todoroki began to rub Midoriya's ass, his fingertips sinking into a ball of soft flesh. The smooth touch was intoxicating. The thin gap between the two buttocks was squeezed tightly. Todoroki pressed Midoriya's waist with one hand to stop him from struggling, and pushed Midoriya's legs away with his knee. This is rape. Where's the consent? Wait, there's no. Where's God in this, man? What the fuck? Where's God in this, bro? No, Todoroki, I've become so weird. So we're gonna call that one good, because I don't want to spend forever on that one. That one's super long. I thought that one was gonna be shorter. This one's only 4,000 words. The other one was 20,000. This should be fine. Lust. This one I found is about Doctor Strange. Plot, what plot? Porn without plot. Yaoi, hell, sex, pollen, sexual tension. Alright, cool. Category, man on man. concentrates up a bit. Steven's eyes widen and his heartbeat accelerate when he comes to realize he feels the king's breath. He shouldn't feel it, not when he wears his mask. He turns his head slowly, but a hand stops him. Nothing happened for what seems an eternity to the Sorcerer Supreme. Then Doom presses his lips on the hero's neck. Strain releases a sound which is more a release of pressure and tilts his head to give better access to the devilish lips. His body felt on fire the moment the Latvian kissed his neck, and all he could think of was that he wants more. Doom roams his hands on his body and palms the fabric of the pants he's wearing. He puts his face in the pillow to muffle any sound, and Victor slides his hand under his pants to touch his thigh. The king continues to kiss both sides of his neck and strains his attempt to turn around and reciprocate, but the king intensifies his kisses and stroke, and Stephen ends up in a writhing mess. The fingers crook on his prostate and the Sorcerer Supreme's eyes roll back. A third finger is added and works itself in slowly. The hero turns his head and looks at the Latvian. He putted back his mask back. Their eyes lock together. Doom withdraws his fingers and Stephen nods. The Sorcerer Supreme braces himself when he feels the thumbs digging in his lower back. Doom abuses his neck again and Stephen cries out when he's pierced by a hard... Doom... The stretch and burn quickly fade as the king begins to move. Contempt and pleasure fills the American's mind. He hears his own words. What am I? Yeah, that's the story. A lot of lead up. There's a lot of tension. You know the build up. Chapter, every description after every layer of hell that they go through in order to save the brother, on point. And yeah, the smut, yeah, let's go to the next one. Ah, man, so this one is actually kind of weird. So I wanted to look up another werewolf one, and then I ended up finding out this author called Shay Goyle, but Shay Goyle has a couple of things that I figured would be interesting. There's one called The Omega Dominates, and it has Pokemon Gijinka, Pokemon Raichu, Werewolf, Razor Freeform, Carson Freeform. I'm sorry, what are these freeforms? I haven't been tuned into Pokemon since Gen 7. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of concerned reading something that says Pokemon, so I think I'm gonna focus on this is part 2 of Erotic Tales, which is this one. The Omega Dominates. Daddy's Den hosted one of its many wrestling matches, and the boys, Razor and Carson, were paired up against each other. Though friends, they wrestled to end, but unfortunately Razor lost and had to pay the price. Though he never knew that normally docile Omega would get so riled up from a fight. What happens next surprises all the daddy around. I feel tired. Doesn't anyone feel tired? I feel kind of tired. I'm not gonna lie. I feel tired. I've only read 2 of these short stories. I'm just like, dude. Oh, okay. So they're the name is just werewolf, or the names is just Raichu and other stuff like that. But that's not actually based on the Pokemon. Okay. Well, I'm sure it's based off the Pokemon because no, it can't be. Or maybe this is something else. Yeah, no, because this is Pokemon Gijinka. What else could it be? Pokemon Raichu is literally a tag. So, are we just assuming they're constantly in heat? Do people know how, like, heat things? Because animals don't go in heat as frequently as, I think, people in these fanfics depict them as. Like, wolves, for example. Yeah, they go into heat, like, once a year. And yet, I feel like it's always depicted, especially with fanfics, that the animalistic side, the animal, oh my god, my urges are coming out, my inner wolf is coming out. Okay, bunnies are different. Why can't we describe it more like bunnies and not wolves? Why wolves? Bunnies are the ones that constantly go in heat. If you're going to write yaoi, make it accurate. Okay, so I know that in Twilight, werewolves as depicted as shapeshifters. but that's not really what a werewolf is. Yeah, werewolves are supposed to be like humanoid wolves, right? I guess it's just up to interpretation. What is the history of werewolves actually? Let's dig into that because I am actually moderately curious. That's what they were talking about. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Overlord. Yeah, I remember that. Cause they called Luperasgina a werewolf in the series. Or no, they called her that term, the lycanthrope. Batty! That was stupid. An individual who can shapeshift into a wolf, or especially in modern film, a theriantic hybrid wolf-like creature, either purposely or after being placed under a curse or affliction. So how do werewolves typically become werewolves? How did Jacob become a werewolf? Was he just born into it? Genetic lineage. Yeah, see? Technically, Jacob isn't a classic werewolf, but rather a shapeshifter, meaning his wolf form is a manifestation of his own power, not a result of a curse or a bite from another werewolf. Is a widespread concept in European folklore, existing in many variants, which are related by a common development of a Christian interpretation of underlying European folklore developed during the medieval period. What was the oldest example of werewolves? Oh, what? Oh, okay. So this is like, werewolves are like old. Oh, that's sick. His front was already bulging as his cock fought against the restraint of wrestling shorts. You just ruined the immersion for me, bro. I was getting so into werewolf lore, and then you over here talking about dicks and shit. Man, fuck out of here, bro. Oh my god. Whoa. New position unlocked. He smirked wickedly as his tail swung between Carson's legs and wrapped around Carson's fluffy tail, giving it a good yank. So they wrapped, what are the words coming out of my mouth? I need to call my pastor, bro. I'm gonna call him. Where my phone at? A Raichu could get used to a little rough play like this once in a while. Who knew a little punishment was so tantalizing? What? Raichu? What is this? I'm so confused. They keep referring to this Raichu. Is this, so that's not the name? Is this like, are we assuming they're, so let me see if I get this. The story is about the Pokemon universe in a wolf setting. So it's a male, so it's two male Pokemon that are, yeah, because Gijinka. Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, Pokemon get so it's oh, that's even weirder. Okay, so it's a Pokemon Raichu in Gijinka that's anthropomorphized into a human that's then a werewolf that they are then wrestling and playing with each other. What the f? Bro, oh my god. I can't, bro. I can't. I actually can't right now, man. Even Razor's eyes widened at this, but he didn't have the time to think about it what it all meant when he suddenly felt Carson drive himself into Razor. He gasped in surprise at the crowd. The crowd! There's a crowd? They have an audience? People are just watching this go down? I don't even know what to say. How do I put this without sounding absolutely out of pocket? So a lot of these yaoi, man-on-man yaois, they're typically written by women. Have they ever touched a man? I have to ask, Because just the way they go into such deep description sometimes makes, I'm just like, have you guys actually ever touched it? I'm sorry. I have a lot of questions. I can kind of guess how the rest of the story goes. It seems like it's all just smut. It doesn't seem like there's any plot progression. What? Tumblr? Of course it's Tumblr. Of course it's Tumblr. What? Is that Robert? Is that supposed to be Robert? Why are his pecs so flaccid? Is that how pecs usually are? I don't have pecs, so I don't know. Oh, so this is part 1. I forgot there's a part 2. I don't want to read part 2. All right, well, I think that does it for Yaoi time. What the f? Dude, it's cause it's so detailed. It's so detailed. You know, if people, you know, are into this, I think they should be. I hope this doesn't come off as a bad light of yaoi, because there is some really good yaoi. Not even, the thing isn't even just yaoi, it's smut. I need to watch Banana Fish. I definitely need to watch that one. I heard that one's super good. Given I need to watch that one as well. That's a lord. That looks cool. Oh, it's the vampire control your lust for blood. I get the idea of like wanting to like have an outlet for your fantasies, not keeping it suppressed. Because it gets worse when you keep it suppressed, I will say. But I also don't think it's a, what's the phrase? We listen, we don't judge. That's what I need to practice here. We listen, we don't judge. But I'm judging. Hello, this is Martin from the future. I'm editing the video and I just realized I didn't record an outro. If you guys have anything you would like me to read, any stories you'd like me to check out, or any fanfics you'd like me to check out, because I would like to make this a continuing thing, please let me know, and I will definitely take a look at them and hopefully make a future video on them. I still don't know how to do an outro, so yeah, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Alright, thanks.